Today, we are talking how to make a vegan apple pie. We're gonna learn today. Yep. We're gonna learn today. My beard's so wet. Man, this is sour. What's up, everybody? Today the question is, how do we make an amazing apple pie? First thing are the apples. You need to use the green ones, the Granny Smith apples. I believe golden apples, golden delicious are also a good choice. These apples are sour, they're firm, they hold up well under the cooking, so they don't break down. They also give a great balance to the sweetness of all the sugars that you put in because of how tart the apples are. So there's a really good balance in there. Second is the filling. The right seasoning, the right amount of apples in there, not too much liquid. I mean, an apple pie with like bad filling, like just gross filling is guess it's an apple pie with gross filling. Third is going to be the crust. It is imperative you make a very textured and very flaky crust. Shortening is going to be your best friend when it comes to making a good flaky crust. So enough talking and classroom time. Let's hop into the lab and get creating. We're going to start out mixing up our dry ingredients. In the flour, we're going to add some sugar, some salt, and bring that together. Then the vegan shortening, get tablespoon-sized chunks and combine it with the flour with a fork. You may want to consider a larger bowl, but it should look crumbly, something like this when completed. Now pour in your dairy-free milk, vanilla extract, and stir to combine. Then you can use your hands to form a ball of dough. Here you're going to need to lay some parchment paper down, sprinkle of flour on top, put down your ball, and add a little more. Here we're going to roll out the dough into a circle. Don't focus so much on the thickness of the dough. What you're going for is a dough that is about an inch bigger than your pie pan. I turn my pie pan upside down on top of the dough to make sure I have about an inch around the sides. Once everything looks good, I get my hands underneath the parchment paper and flip everything back over. Then I tuck my crust and the edges into the pan and trim off any excess. Let's put the crust aside and start prepping for our filling. We're going to start off here by, getting a hold of our apples. First, we're going to peel all the apples. Then we're going to core them with a sharper knife, of course. Or you could use one of these cool devices. Then we're going to slice them about 1/4 inch thick. Don't waste the peels as they have multiple uses for other recipes. From here, add all the apple slices into a large pot. Now back-to-back ingredients. Brown sugar, cane sugar, maple syrup, nutmeg, salt, vanilla extract, cinnamon, just a pinch of cardamom, lemon zest, lemon juice. Stir this all around really good and let it cook for about 15 minutes, pushing it around occasionally. Right before you finish cooking, add some arrowroot powder and combine it well. Once you're done cooking, you want to get this all to cool down before putting it in the pie crust. I throw mine on a baking sheet and let it sit till room temperature. Now that it's cool, add the apples into the pie crust, layering them evenly across the bottom. Now I'm going to follow the beginning steps to make another pie crust for the top. I like to make a design to make things a little more fancy, or you can just add the whole thing on top and cut a few slits for ventilation. To make this even more of a showstopper, I add a little sparkling sugar on the top before popping it in the oven. I love these bear claw mitts. In the oven, you may need to give or take a few minutes to get that perfect golden brown on top of the crust. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Let's catch up in the comments, and we'll see you next Monday.